Hi, this is a second-hand guitar, a Swift, bought for £45 in a pawn shop, in fact, in Cambridge. The object is to make it into a travelling guitar, which will be smaller and easier to carry around. So the idea is to cut off the extraneous bits you don't need. First step has been to cut off this part. The next step, after taking the knobs off, these just pull off. They've got a spline fitting and they should just pull off or lever off with a screwdriver, and unscrew the cover plate which houses the electronics, and below this you have the gain controls and the switch between the two sets of pickups, and the plug and socket and the switch. The next step will be to cut off along here and cut off the extraneous wood on the bottom of the guitar. Yeah, the paper strip is 15mm wide, which is the size which I've drawn on the drawing, to which the knobs should be able to fit in comfortably. Now this is the side section chopped off. You have to be careful not to cut the wires. Unfortunately, I can't. I've actually cut one of the wires there, but so I'll have to rebond that. But fortunately, it only goes round to the back as an earth. So that there are three wires coming out of the side now, and I have to attach a side plate to mount the plugs, the gains and the switches, as well as the PCB there. This is the preamplifier set from Maplins. Thing to watch out for is not to put the integrated circuit into its socket until after you finish soldering, and also the pin 1 can be not clear. It's supposed to be a little semicircle at the top of the integrated circuit, but on mine it was just a dot stamped in on the surface of the integrated circuit. This is the layout. I routed out an extra space for the battery. The printed circuit for the amplifier preamp fits in there, and I also put an extra switch for the preamp, which has meant I've had to route out an extra length there at the end, and instead of a 1/4 inch socket, normal guitar socket, I've got a 3.5mm jack plug, and I've put a little bit of silicone rubber to hold the wires on the switch, chopped off the switch. Okay, the whole thing fits in like so. The whole thing is covered by this wooden cover which fits on. The wooden cover is made of ash. Although it seems simple, it's quite tricky to do because it all has to be fitted. I've made it of ash because it's a very strong, stiff wood which you can support thin sections without cracking or splitting. and I made it out of old floorboards, which a bit like the floorboards you see here, but they're solid ash. And that's it. I've also put a bit of foam ash on the other side